guys, I'm here today with my Christmas book haul. I always quite like filming these because it's the first video I ever filmed specifically for this channel, and that was 3 years ago now. I can't believe it. I have had Bookish Thoughts for 3 years, so apologies that the lighting's not fantastic. One of the things I am planning on getting now that I have a bit of money from Christmas is a light, which is so exciting. But let's not waste any more time chit-chatting and let's get in to the book haul. Before I start, I will say all of these books were gifts. I didn't buy any of these books for myself, but obviously my friends and family know me very well because I'm super excited for all of these books. Let's start with my Bookish Secret Santa. I was part of a Secret Santa with a few other booktubers, and my Secret Santa was Alicia over at Ex Libris, and she sent me Shirley Jackson's The Bird's Nest. This is the lovely Penguin Modern Classics edition, which I own most of my other Shirley Jackson books in, and I'm so pleased to have another one. I'm either now only missing one or have the complete collection, so this was such a satisfying gift, and I know Alicia understands my love of collecting matching editions, so this was a very thoughtful gift. And I'm really excited to read this one. I really like Shirley Jackson. I believe this one is about a young woman who develops a sort of multiple personality disorder, and Shirley Jackson usually writes quite like psychological books, so this should be good. Speaking of stunning editions, my friend Celia, who I know from my undergrad, was another person that was my Secret Santa, so I did another Secret Santa which was fraught with some of my friends from university, and Celia got me, and I'm so pleased she did because I love what she got me, and she got me the Hopkins Manuscript by R.C. Sheriff in the beautiful Persephone Classics edition. I know she went into the shop herself and picked this one up for me. This is the end papers of that one with the gorgeous matching bookmark, and I believe this is semi-science fiction in that the moon seems to be about to crash into the earth. I believe that's what it's about anyway, but it is a bit of a classic. Persephone publishes classics by lesser known female authors, so kind of female authors that got overlooked in their time and their books aren't widely spread. This book was originally published in 1939 and I'm really excited for it. I will mention as well that she did include in my Secret Santa package a gorgeous Persephone Classics catalogue, which is beautiful. I've never had one of their catalogues before, and I can tell that this is going to be dangerous. Then from my wonderful friend Jen over at Jen Campbell, we exchanged Christmas presents this year, and she sent me a wonderful book. She also sent me a lovely tote bag, but this is a book haul, so we will stick to the topic at hand, and she sent me New World Fairy Tales by Cassandra Parkin. This is published by Salt Publishing, which is a publisher that I've recently gotten into, I think because of Jen actually, and I had this on my wish list after hearing Jen talk about it, so I was really excited to open this one under my Christmas tree. This is a reimagining of 6 grim fairy tales in contemporary America. Now next are a selection of books from my wonderful parents, who of course know me incredibly well and gave me some books. The first one was one I actually asked for after seeing it on Mercedes over at Mercy's Bookish Musings channel, and that is Cynthia Liu's The Beautiful Stories of Life, 6 Greek Myths Retold, illustrated by Carson Ellis. Here are some of the illustrations there, and of course I am absolutely thrilled to own this. I love myth retellings, and not only that, but I love beautiful books, so this encaptures both of those things. And if you know me, I love books under 100 pages. I just think they're so much fun, which this is. So I'll zoom through this one super soon. Then sticking with the ancient theme, I have William Golding's The Double Tongue. This is an old Faber edition, and it is a piece of fiction based on Greek mythology and history, and it says at the beginning, left in a draft at the author's death in 1993, this short novel about the Oracle of Delphi is a psychological and historical triumph. So it sounds amazing. Really excited to read this. And they also got me 3 non-fiction books of the classical theme. The first one is a book I'd never heard of and my dad found for me in Blackwell's, but I'm so glad that he did because it sounds amazing and really relevant to me, and it's Gender, Antiquity and its Legacy, and this is kind of a non-fiction book about the study of gender in antiquity, the history of the study of gender in antiquity, where it needs to go, where it's been, and Holmes, the author's own sort of resurgence of the radical study of gender in antiquity. So I'm excited to see what she has to say on the topic, and thankfully this is about under 200 pages, so it should be quite a nice book to read from cover to cover. First is a collection of essays edited by Susan DC and Karen F. Pierce. I have actually taken this book out of the library before. I've read some of the essays, they're amazing, it's such a good collection and so important for me in my studies. So that is Rape in Antiquity, Sexual Violence in the Greek and Roman World. So I'm really excited to own my own copy of this. It includes essays by authors including Susan DC, Daniel Ogden, Rosanna Omitowojo. I'm never sure how you pronounce her name, but she's written some really great stuff that I've read before, and the list goes on, and it covers an amazing variety of topics, has some really interesting opinions, and I'm just really excited to have my own copy so that I can dip in and out of it, mark it up as I please. And then the next book I have is Revenge in Athenian Culture by Fiona McHardy. I mean, the title's pretty self-explanatory of this one. Again, relevant to my studies, also sounds incredibly interesting. Both Susan DC and Fiona McHardy are scholars that I really respect, so I'm excited to own some of their books. And you know, still kind of on the ancient theme, although quite far from reality, is the latest Asterix and Obelix graphic novel, Asterix and the Missing Scroll. I am a massive fan of the Asterix graphic novel series. They're kind of like Tintin, they're for children and adults alike, and I have read every single one of the Asterix graphic novels that's been published. This is the latest one to come out, and my parents picked it up for me for Christmas. These graphic novels are all set under the reign of Julius Caesar in ancient Rome, and they are about a village of Gauls who have withstood the Roman Empire above all else. So they're really funny. They're originally written in French. And yeah, I'm just really excited to have the latest in this series. Then we have a couple more presents. One is from my wonderful friend Jason over at The Heavy Blanks, or Jason Purcell. I'll link his channel down below. And he sent me this book, which is a transcript of a lecture he really enjoyed, and it's Imagining Ancient Women by Annabelle Leon. I mean, again, just something that's so relevant to me and I hadn't heard of myself, so I am so grateful for this gift. I honestly cannot wait to read this. I'll read the back to you. Annabelle Leon's passion for historical novels and her love of ancient Greece shines through in her captivating lecture on the process of creating characters of historical fiction. She discusses the process of wading through historical sources and avoiding myriad pitfalls to craft believable people to whom readers can relate. Not only is this just like important to me, but if you know me, you also know I quite enjoy writing retellings of Greek myths. So maybe I will find some inspiration in this book. And last but certainly not least is a gift that was so kindly sent to me by Becky, who is a subscriber and someone I chat to on Twitter, and I met her at Summer in the City, and she's a lovely girl. She also has a blog, which I'll link down below, but she sent me a bookish gift, which was incredibly kind of her, and this was on my wish list, and it was Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. I think this one's a bit of a dystopian story, and I've seen it all over BookTube and it sounds amazing. And it's about a deadly virus that touches down in North America, and also 20 years later, so that's quite fun to see the kind of first stages of this sort of like apocalypse and then what happens after. So yeah, really excited for this one as well. But those are all of the books that I got this Christmas. Certainly no meagre amount. I am incredibly grateful for all of these. I'm probably going to end up buying a few books with some of my Christmas money, so I'm sure there'll be more hauls soon. But until next time guys, happy reading. I hope you are having a lovely December regardless of whether you celebrate Christmas or not, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye!